This is your daily market review for Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market review for Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. Oh, how the time goes fast. If you're new to the channel, please check out the Discord room, link in the description below. And guess what? It looks like a broke clock is right twice a day. I don't know. A lot of folks seem to be frustrated and angry that somehow we anticipated this. We talked about this. Again, the market was in the most overbought position I've ever seen. And guess what? It's starting to pull back. How deep, how much, how far? We got some levels to watch. And again, check out the live chat we did today. Pretty insightful. I think it was good to talk about this live. And yeah, let me know how I can help. Use the Coulling link below. Appreciate the love, support, the generous donations. You guys are amazing. And the folks that are just angry, well, they're just always going to be angry because, again, the market is not easy. It's not about always timing. It's levels and probabilities because, again, the timing can be hard. I mean, things can take days, hours, weeks, whatever you've seen before. Again, I mean, I've seen the IWM trade in a range for a year. And the problem is that it's all about levels, timing. And again, when I say timing, like where to get in under those levels and just being patient. And sometimes swing trading is hard. People love the day trade because they want instant results. And that's just the hardest thing out there. So want to join the Discord room, link description below. Also, again, pro versus novice gaps. Please watch this video for the love of God. Talk about what's going on. New to the channel, also check out thetradingagent.com. Please check out these books, recommended reading list. Click on it. It'll take you right to the Amazon link. Also get your referral for interactive brokers. There's going to be some blow ups and brokerages at some point, in my opinion. And then also get your 5.5%. I don't know why people aren't doing that, but let me know if you need help with that. And if you do, if you use any of these products, let me know. Or if you have a question, don't hesitate. All right, follow on the Twitter. Again, I appreciate all love, support. Let's go see if I have any notifications from trolls. Oh yeah, there's one. Again, and these people mean well, but they get mad when I like to surf the internets for sentiment, and this is one of the things that I was, kind of watching, and it was, I was going through this Gurgavin, and I noticed that, I don't know how many people have now posted now. There's 600,000 comments, and not a single one about shorting the market. I was like, So we talked about going into the end of the year, like almost overbought. Again, Twitter's great for sentiment. The people who troll me and talk junk, they're great because usually they're the loudest at extremes. Fed Watch Tool, again, March, expecting a cut now. Why? Things are so bad. You had the Fed's minutes come out today, and they sound like a bunch of confused idiots. And are we surprised? And I asked this question, please let me know. When has the Feds ever navigated a soft landing? If you can answer that question, please reach out. Still waiting to hear. Crickets. Oil, we talked about a huge short interest when it was coming down here. Near term, this is hard because, again, the Feds are screwed. I mean, there's a floor under this because of refilling the SPR. Near term, I don't know. Again, if you, the best way, I like nat gas down here. I don't think there's much downside. And I mean, again, if the best trade I told you guys was shorting KOLD, that looks pretty good if you shorted at 110 plus. But at this point now, just, again, if it drops, that's the opportunity to buy, in my opinion. I don't know if near term, I said in the live chat today, I don't know if I'd be chasing. The dollar, again, if you took out the XDiv 174, it basically took you to the 200-day. Add that to this, it would take you 200-day. Notice we're bouncing. Again, dollar up. Market's getting a little squirrely. TLT. Again, this one's hard. I don't really have a big play on the TLT. I'm just watching because yields could go screaming lower if the market gets crushed. But also, too, yields have seemed to follow the market. So it's one of those things where I think the easier trades are to put them into the market versus trying to, again, if you get extremes in bonds, then play them. The VIX, we said this. And again, people just, they seem to just get mad. Watch. We said the compression under the 20-day couldn't last forever. Now you're making higher highs, higher lows. Vixen, this has been screaming. Something's going on here, right? Higher highs, higher lows. And then last but not least, the VIX, same thing. All screaming, something smells a little fishy, right? I mean, they all bottomed. It's just a matter of when, not if. People get mad. Again, please leave a comment below. Especially, again, I delete a lot of trolls from the YouTube comments, but in Twitter, please feel free to talk as much junk, because I think there becomes a certain point where you have to acknowledge that it's all about the levels. Timing, and again, it's hard to time, but if you get it the right price, it's like real estate. If you buy it the right price, does it really matter when you buy the house? It's all about the entry price, exit price. SPYs, we talked about chopping up here. You had high volume at the highs. People, that's what I'm saying. So go all the way back to the middle of December. People losing their collective minds. All in, chasing. It's going higher. It's zeroed out. Okay. Oh, I don't think I really said much about Bitcoin. Again, it is technical. It's trading around the upper range bound. Just be careful of it. Again, I'm not bullish or bearish long term. If you see 30,000 level, that makes sense to me. So SPY, again, holding 20-day. I would not be surprised if it came back to 461. Again, there's a tendency of like when you're topping and you break the 20, it loves to break 20 and back up to it. Again, if we hold it here, we'll see. Maybe, end of the month, or sorry, new year, new money might come in Thursday, technically. If you go look at the Stock Traders Almanac, it shows bullishness. We'll see. QQQ, let's try to speed this up. This has been the leader. Broke the 20-day. This is kind of what I expect. At some point, you get down to this 394 area, and then it could bounce. Because, again, the market seems to find the VAP zones or I guess you could stretch it and just go, sorry, not trying to stretch it too big, somewhere in this range. And then back to the 20-day as it's currently down. So, again, just anticipate. IWM, we talked about looking out for a trap. Look at that trap. And, again, look at these gaps. Pro gaps, right? Pro gaps. Oh, bulls are just denial. Look at this gap at the high. DIA finally starting to get a little tired up here, breaking the 8-day. Gold, again, I don't want to pick on gold bugs. I love gold long term. I love gold. I love it when they pivot, when the Feds pivot. Because, again, I think it could just get choppy and sloppy. And, again, silver miners not confirming it. We can just run through them real quickly. Silver got bludgeoned today. Again, silver should be at 28 to 32 level. GDX. Look at this stuff. it's just so bad. And again, the baby gets thrown out the bathwater. If you don't understand that about miners, stuff when this happens is just the nature of this. Look at AG, 7%. Keep telling people, just leave the stuff alone. Wait till the blowout. Now, I know the rise has been, we've talked about they were due to bounce. We talked about that. But now, just walk away. Let him bounce or let him play out. Because I honestly thought miners were a good short. Newmont, look at this. Hits the 200-day. This thing should be at 70. Pass on it. Just big, choppy, sloppy range. All right. Taiwan Semi-Tech. My favorite short of the year. Potentially, yeah. China, Xi said over the weekend in his State of the Union address, whatever they call it, they want to reunify with Taiwan. Good luck. Watch this 100 to 98 area. We talked about shorting this yesterday because this is a pro gap. Any bounce, I'm looking to short. Micron, this piece of junk. Again, no. They don't generate any cash. It's such a joke. 20-day. Or, sorry, not cash. Their revenue is just a joke. Absolute joke. After, and again, AIO. Yeah, we get it. AMD, this is what, straight line move, pro gap, look what happens. Straight line moves, pro gap, maybe it's oversold short term, I don't know. Again, these names just went nuts. And here's the thing, the leaders aren't leading. They're starting to lag now. Example, NVIDIA, this should be at 520 if it was leading. And Intel blew up on the Israeli, they got $3.2 billion to, what do you call it? Oh man, my brain's in. Long day. Yeah, got a flush of cash coming to them, or incentives to build in Israel. We'll see what happens here. As soon as it did, as soon as the news came out, it pops and then gives it all up. Adobe, we talked about. Here's the names. Gapping down, ripping back to the 20-day, fail. Apple, you're welcome. Talked about a double top. You're welcome. Then they get that gap down with the downgrade. This thing has a lot of room to run, in my opinion. A lot of room. Amazon, we talked about the fake breakout. A lot of people, again, I've seen this stuff so much that I just, again, I understand people's opinions. And we talked about this as being like a trap potentially. All right, 20-day. CRM, riding the lightning. Look at the move on earnings, big volume, and then chopping. Sometimes it takes time. Guggenheim breaks out, fakes out, chopping around. I like that one on any pops. Meta, same thing. We said, okay, got to be careful. Play it out, once it broke out. But all right, now you start watching. I mean, Zuckerberg is buying beachfront property in Hawaii, spending hundreds of millions of dollars selling stock as fast as he can because he believes in global warming. No, sorry, I don't know. Why did I go on that tangent? Sorry. He's just selling stock as fast as he can. And when he does, people follow. Sorry. Not sorry. Microsoft watching the 20-day. NDAQ, he said this piece of junk will pounce, chop around. Watch the levels. Look at it. Breaks out, fakes out. MicroStrategy. Again, Michael Saylor selling a ton of stock. Genius idea to buy more Bitcoin later. He sold stock, cashing in, got capital, probably buys Bitcoin. When it drops, Netflix, same thing, fake breakout, bam, back under the 20-day. Keep an eye on it. Roblox tries to break out, and then professional gaps and gives it up. It seems like there's some support here at 41s. Tesla, same thing. Oh, all the Tesla fan girls and boys. Hey, I'm like, watch this 260s. Oh, they're producing more cars. Oh, why is the stock not going higher? Oh, I think I forgot SMH. Sorry, I'm off today. Look at that. Pro gap. Goodbye. AIAIO. Airbnb. We talked about this one shorting up here again. Bears, all those people, trolls, never give you credit when you're right about Apple or Airbnb or some of these other trades. And again, I've been wrong on some, but again, we talked about the timing being juicy. Here you go. Took a little more profit today because I'm rolling deep into the financials. Costco, like this one. Again, we talked about the XDiv, and then it was probably toast. Well, there you go. Jelly, 20-day. This is one I was wrong about. Starbucks is one I was right about. Talked about global growth name, just not acting right. Something's off. Well, let it roll. FedEx, another one we basically said, watch what happens post-earning, bounce and then short it. Fails the 200-day. Caterpillar, here we go. Talked about watching this rip up, look up at the highs. Man, this is one I apologize. Wish it got to 302, but here you go. Again, do you notice a pattern here? Nucor said watch the upper 170s. Seems to be holding up. Again, I just think it's a matter of time before material names get cut down. X, again, they're not going to get bought out by Nippon Steel, but I think there's bidders. So if you're trying to short it, please look at other names. Again, I don't really like shorting materials, oil, like gold stuff. It just makes sense they'll drop. I just said, like, I was looking for them, but I'm not going to. I mean, like I said, there's better trades out there when I say looking for. Arrow, again, we talked about it, oversold, big volume down here. Of course it rallies, and it rallies back to 17. Of course, where it should, and then CCJ, again, this is one that was leading up. Again, uranium, been on fire. Need to build more nuke power plants. M-top starting to pull back. Leaders starting to lag. We like ag names. CF, Mosaic, NTR, just chop. Look at AA today, right? We talked about volume at the bottom, bouncing. Okay, we'll see. XLF, the gift of chop and top. And this is what's frustrating is like if you just pretend this was a 10-minute chart, you wouldn't give a shiznit. But nope, it's a daily and you lose your mind. And look, you're at the trend line, you're at some resistance. If you shorted yesterday, you're feeling good. JP Mo even gave you another opportunity at 172. Morgan Stanley, guzz. Keep in mind these banks do have earnings next week. That's why I'm playing XLF through FADs and FAS. Bank of America, here you go. Chop top, M top. Goldman breaks out over the old highs from previously. Look at this. This is just a monster trap. Breaks out, gets everyone excited. Barclays comes out and upgrades all the banks, and then kapow. Look at the carry, y'all. Ooh, we talk about the no doubt fail zone. Here you go. This is 20-day. XBI, another one we said watch the 91, 92 area. Zoom out when in doubt. Rejection. Let's end it with solar in your oil gas. TAN, we said waiting to exhale. Look at that. Ugh. These names are toast at some point. Sedge, talked about weeks ago. Just let them rally and then find your shorts. If that's what you want to do. I got some messages from folks that are like, thank God you told me to take some profits. Because look, 76 up to 130s. For solar, talked about like these blowout long wicks before it drops. Like long wick drop. Okay, at some point, when I think the key is here, breaking 161, then it's adios, amigos. HYG, again, question sanity of people like, why would you be buying corporate debt into a recession? It rallies up, and then it should give it back, right? Should technically. So, be careful. Oil, again, this has got to be driving the Feds nuts. They want to see oil come down. We'll see. UNG, again, I don't think this is the best way to play it. It's shorting KOLD. We talked about it. If you caught this up here, near term, maybe take a little bit of profits. But knowing, I think, again, if you have longer dates on this short, I think you're cooking with gas. ExxonMobil, interesting, it's chopping around here, right? I mean, we talked about XOP, like if you had a short on drip, you kicked out. That's where I'm putting other capital, but it's chopping. It's holding up better. We'll see what happens here. MPC, again, just thought this was a short, but this is, again, why I'm laying off materials, oil and gas, just being patient. Nice rip up. Is that a trap? Just keep an eye on that. Valero, same thing, has been chopping in a range, rip back up towards the short-term range highs. CVE was one that folks were watching, held the 20-day. We'll see. Again, I don't know. Occidental, we talked about this. This thing is just in a big trading zone, and Buffett is just loving it. EQT, this is down today. I mean, these names are dead to me. Not meaning like you can't go, if you want to go long them and disappear for a year, maybe. I wouldn't do that. I would just let them play out. They're going to be hard. And Flex LNG, again, I like the idea of being a natural gas exporter with an 8% dividend. Again, so if you have any questions, please reach out. Always here to help. Check out the Discord room. Check out Coulling link. Please let me know if you need any help with real estate. If you have a chance, check out the live chat. Some of those are some of the best talks because, again, we're talking live about the market as it's acting and performing. All right. Talk to you guys and gals later. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.